Hello, I'm Sarah. Welcome to the Mid-Devon District Council Housing Services Tenancy Guide, a film that explains what you can expect from the home you're about to move into.
And hello, I'm Paul and we'll be telling you about the housing service and how to get the best from your tenancy. Whether the tenancy you have is introductory, flexible or secure, your housing officer will explain which one you have and the differences between them. And your housing officer will have more details about the things included in the film. Rent, how to pay, when to pay it, and what to look out for if money's tight. Repairs, what to expect from the repairs and maintenance service. Rights and respect, ways to take responsibility for your tenancy, and how to benefit from being a Mid-Devon tenant. A good place to start, rent.
You're about to become a tenant, and that means paying rent, naturally. So let's find out some of the ways people pay.
Well, I pay my rent by direct debit. It's so easy, isn't it? I pay all my other bills that way, so why not the rent? Means one less thing to worry about.
How do I pay my rent? Oh, pay my rent and bills and banking online. Like that. I just register, I log on, and any time I need to check my rent, I can have a look. It's easy. I thought everybody did it online these days.
And what if you're receiving benefits?
Yeah, I claim benefits. But it's still me who pays the rent. It might be benefit money, it's still my money. You know, I usually pay over the phone. It's easy as that, really. You know, as long as I pay it on time, that's it.
So we can be clear about one thing. Everyone pays rent. How you get your income will vary from person to person, but the rent still has to be paid. Your housing officer will tell you about the importance of paying rent on time, the different payment methods available, and how to apply for any assistance that you may qualify for. Ask them to explain if you're not sure. Don't forget, the rent comes first. On time, all the time. Once you've paid your rent, you'll need to pay other bills. It's not cheap running a home these days, but it's home all the same. Your things, your family, your future. Let's be realistic. We all know money can get tight. All that pressure, all that temptation. Always, always, the best thing to do if you find your bills are mounting up is talk to somebody. The best people are the housing officers. They're trained and knowledgeable at giving money advice and guidance. If you prefer someone independent to talk to, your housing officer can suggest other organisations and agencies, such as these. So, contact your housing officer and get some good advice.
Furnishing your home can be expensive. You'll need the fridge, the TV, but please though, take my advice. Think twice if you're contacted by credit lenders or tempted to borrow from television adverts. Think about it. You could be paying well over the odds for something that'll cost you an absolute fortune. Here are a couple of examples. A £500 loan with interest over a year with a well-known credit lender could mean paying back £900. Whatever it's for, that's expensive. Renting a television over 3 years can mean a £400 TV will cost £1,900. Don't invite financial stress. Ask your housing officer for tips or advice on how to make your money go further. Can you afford not to? Thank you. You've looked forward to having a new home, so it's your responsibility to look after it. Now, the landlord has to carry out repairs and maintenance that aren't your fault, such as wear and tear. There are different types. There's responsive repairs that are carried out as and when things break down. Then there's cyclical repairs that are done on a regular cycle, like gas servicing or electric checks. And there's planned maintenance. Now, that's the big stuff, like boiler replacement or new kitchens and bathrooms. The repairs and maintenance team will do everything possible to keep your home up to a decent standard. So let me take you through everything you need to know and do in 5 easy steps. It's your responsibility to take care of your home and to help prevent things going wrong. Check around regularly to see if everything's working properly. There are some things the repairs and maintenance team don't do for you, like replacing broken toilet seats or changing light bulbs. And there are some you'll have to pay for if you cause the breakage, even if it's an accident. Perhaps ask your housing officer about home contents insurance. And watch out for condensation, where warm air meets a cold surface. Mouldy spots can be a sign that rooms might need airing or heating. There's a handy fact sheet that tells you about how to stop this happening in your home. Take a look. But if something breaks down, report it straight away. Phone the repair line or go to the housing website. And don't forget the repairs handbook. It has information on what to look out for and how to sort out minor problems yourself. The repairs and maintenance team will respond as soon as they can. You'll appreciate that some repairs are more urgent than others, so you'll be told how long you'll have to wait. Your repairs handbook lists all the timescales. When the repairs and maintenance team responds, the operatives always carry identification and will work considerately in your home. You'll be told what the work is and how long it will take. The repairs and maintenance teams carry out around 11,000 repairs every year. That's more than 200 every week, so it's busy. Getting repairs done on time relies on your cooperation. If an appointment is made, please be at home when the operative calls, or let them know in good time if you have to be away, especially if it's your yearly gas service. And you can request other services. Ask for a quote for the popular handyman service for those useful jobs like putting up shelves or connecting your cooker. And if you need adaptations to your home because of disability issues, there's a specialist team available to fix and fit everything for you. To request something like this and to find out if you qualify for financial help, just ask. So there you go. 5 easy steps on how you can keep your home up to scratch. And the repairs and maintenance team can give you advice when things go wrong, such as checking a trip switch or unblocking a toilet. These are your handbooks. Very handy. And they also explain your rights as a tenant.
Here's the tenancy agreement, the contract. It sets out your rights as a tenant and what to expect from your landlord, like rights to repairs, exchanging your tenancy by swapping with someone else, or the right to buy the property. All your rights have terms and conditions, and here, in the tenancy agreement, these conditions are listed. It's not very complicated. Your rights are protected as long as you keep to the terms of the tenancy. Of course, the council has rights too. If the tenancy conditions are broken, like tenants missing rent payments or becoming a nuisance, then action can be taken. And that would be a waste.
Well, you have a responsibility for your house and garden, don't you? That's what it means being a tenant.
Well, if you have a pet, you have to look after it well and don't let it annoy the neighbours. You have to have some respect for others.
There are regular estate visits, and every tenant receives a personal tenancy home check at some time, just to make sure all is well and to offer help with any difficulties. Every tenant has the right to a quiet and peaceful life. That's why the housing service has a range of things that can prevent the wrong type of behaviour. You know, the kind that annoys people or becomes a nuisance. We want you to enjoy a peaceful tenancy too. I mean, look at some of the issues that some people get involved in. The good news is that these things can be prevented and sorted out. There's plenty of advice and useful information if you experience anything that doesn't demonstrate respect for home, neighbours, or the community. If any tenant fails to respect the terms and conditions, there's a range of actions, from a warning, an agreement to change behaviour, a notice of possession proceedings, a court injunction, or even asking the court to take the tenancy away. So here's a great way to know what's going on in your area and to understand how the service operates. Get yourself involved. You'll be invited to reply to feedback cards, surveys and questionnaires. These are quick and easy ways to give the housing service your opinion on standards of performance. You'll be pleased to know that all opinions are looked at, especially if complaints are received. There's information available that explains the steps to take if you want to make a complaint or give someone a compliment. And any tenant can get involved. There are tenant and resident groups, tenant inspectors, get-togethers and training available. Here are a group of tenant volunteers who meet each month to discuss things like how the services are run and how to improve them, amongst other things. Feedback. Yes, that's a good way to have your say about what's going on in the community that you will be part of. Social media is part of that community too. It's good to be talking, however you choose to do it. Rights and respect. The basics of the tenancy agreement. If you'd like more help or advice, you've got it. Just ask your housing officer. Goodbye.
And enjoy your tenancy.